I met my love by the gasworks wall, dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon. Cats are prowling on their beat. Springs a girl from the streets at night. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I heard a siren from the docks, saw a train set the night on fire. I smelled the spring on the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm going to make me a good sharp axe, shining steel, tempered in the fire. I'll chop you down like an old dead tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I met my love by the gasworks wall, dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Dirty old town, dirty old town. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mother before, and they wheeled their barrows through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and sure no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. I was in Ireland in 2016. I had been there before, but I had more time this last time to get a feel for everything, and there's kind of a feeling that kind of welled up in me. I felt like a siren call coming out of the ground, and looking around at all the people around you. It was spooky because I felt like this was my tribe. You know, it was kind of weird. I've mentioned this before, and no one looked at me twice, and everyone assumed if they were to look at me and assume anything, was that I was a local. I was Irish. But what gave it away was when I opened my mouth. The second I said anything, excuse me, you know, I'd like a shot of Jameson's and a Guinness, please. People would, you're American. And this was right after the election. We were over there, my son and I. People would hear the accent, and they'd pounce. And they were eager to ask me, what is wrong in America? How the hell could you have elected that guy president? And I'm saying every time for the whole 3 weeks, there wasn't a single one person who went, hey, you voted, well done. They all wanted to know, what is wrong? What's wrong with you people? My son and I both voted. We're flaming, we're liberal weenies. We voted for the other one. We don't know. We don't know what's wrong. We can't answer your question. You're welcome, Ina May. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. by a lonely prison wall. I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of ATHENRY, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of ATHENRY. By a lonely harbor wall, she watched the last star falling. As the prison ship sailed out against the sky, for she'll live in hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of ATHENRY. Low lie the fields of ATHENRY, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of ATHENRY. Low lie the fields of ATHENRY, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of ATHENRY. It's time for the Midway Joke. This man went into a confession booth, and he got in there and he said, "Forgive me, Father, for I've sinned." I mean, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. It's an Irish joke, see, because I'm doing all things Irish. So you get to enjoy my expert Irish accent. And what is the nature of your sin, my son? Well, yesterday I said the F word. And what? How did that occur? How did that come to pass? Well, I was driving off the tee, you see, and I shanked it into a tree. And the priest said, "And that's when you said the F word." No. I went and looked up in the tree, and it was the ball was sitting prettily in the fork of a limb up there, and it looked like I had a shot. So I climbed up the tree and I approached the ball. It was a bit precarious, and I went into my backswing when a squirrel scampered between my legs, grabbed the ball, mistaking it for an acorn, and ran further out onto the limb. And that's when you said the F word. No, I stalked the little fellow out to the end of the limb, even more precarious now, and I cornered him there, and he held the ball up in a defensive posture, and I thought I had another shot. He was like a furry little tee. So, wobbling and holding onto my balance, I went into my backswing when an eagle swooped by, grabbed the poor little fella, and off they went. And that's when you said the F word, said the priest. No, the eagle flew out over the green, and the poor little squirrel, in his death agony, dropped the ball. And it hit the green and rolled and stopped 8 inches from the cup. And the priest said, "You're not going to tell me you missed the fucking putt." That was the Midway Joke! Reactive. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, Viktor Frankl said that he came up with this new ology. Proactology, maybe. I don't know. But the whole thing was about survival is what he in his opinion, the difference that he was an Auschwitz survivor. In his opinion, the difference between people who made it and the people who didn't was the ones who found a purpose in their suffering. Because a lot of people lost their faith. And this meaningless suffering, what's the fucking point? But if a person could find a purpose in it, if they didn't find it, they wouldn't make it. If they did find it, it was no guarantee that they would, obviously, but you had to have it. They just think I'm an old fool. They might be right. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. 'Tis you must go and I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when you come and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead, as dead I will maybe, you come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear those soft dew tread above me, and oh, my grave will warmer, sweeter be, for you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. I like this one. When I first heard this one, you might find it funny or interesting, maybe, or maybe it won't, that it made me cry. This song made me cry. It did. I mean, what I mean is you might find it kind of interesting when you hear the song. You might think, that made you cry? Yeah, it did. It did. This song made me cry. Here we go. Last night as I slept, I dreamt I met with Bean. I shook him by the hand and we passed the time of day. When questioned on his views on the crux of life's philosophy, he had but these few clear and simple words to say. I am going, any which way the wind may be blowing. I am going, where streams of whiskey are flowing. I have cursed, bled, and sworn, jumped bail and landed up in jail. Life has often tried to stretch me, but the rope was always slack. And now that I've a pile, I'll go down to the Chelsea. I'll walk in on my feet, but I'll leave there on my back. I am going, any which way the wind may be blowing. I am going, where streams of whiskey are flowing. Oh, the words that he spoke seemed the wisest of philosophy. There's nothing ever gained by a wet thing called a tear. And when the world is dark and I need a light inside of me, I'll walk into a bar and drink 15 pints of beer. I am going, any which way the wind may be blowing. I am going, where streams of whiskey are flowing. I am going, any which way the wind may be blowing. I am going, where streams of whiskey are flowing. I am going, any which way the wind may be blowing. I am going, where streams of whiskey are flowing. Yeah, first time I heard that, I was when it was over, I was sitting there. Yeah. Oh man, it really got to me for some reason. It just got to me. Any which way the wind may be blowing, I am going.